I don't know about all of you, but I'm getting ready for the day. And today is Tech Tuesday. Today is IAEI News Live Tuesday. So we will be going live on the IAEI channel. I just want everybody to know that if you are not out there on the IAEI's YouTube site, you're not in the know. So you need to get out to the IAEI News YouTube site, IAEI's YouTube site, and youtube.com/user/IAEI International. So IAEI, so youtube.com/user/IAEI International, all one word, IAEI International. And that will take you to the IAEI's YouTube site. You will see today's discussion is on the, we're gonna, I think, close the book, close the chapter, at least I'll call it a chapter of the book, on the time current characteristic curve. The TCC curve is plays an important role in power systems design, power system performance, power system protection. And we are on session 5. That we went a little bit beyond just understanding what a TCC curve is. Good morning, Steve. Good morning to you, sir. So we went a little bit further beyond what, hey, Frank Tyler, good morning, buddy. How the heck have you been? Geez, oh man, I tell you what, Frank, you've been, hopefully you've been checking out. We've got the TCC stuff going on IAEI News Live. You got to get out to that YouTube site. I see you're coming in on LinkedIn, and that's why I did this, because I want as many people to know we need to get our subscribers up over on the IAEI YouTube site. We've got a lot of cool materials out there, and we're going to continue to grow that. And you know, the next point of discussion is going to be the 2023 code cycle. So we're going to be reviewing that over on the IAEI's YouTube site. So everybody got to get over there and subscribe. It's free. Just get over there, hit the subscribe. Well, you know what I do? Here's what we do. You do the, hold on. You do the voodoo that you do so well, and you do subscribe. So you got to get over to that YouTube site and just subscribe to it. Like I say, it's free, and there's a lot of good information. We're going to close today's discussion. So I did a whole 5-part series, or 4-part. Now I think I'm going to be able to close the book, or at least close the chapter on talking about the time current characteristic curve, because today's discussion is going to explore selective coordination. Last week, we talked about arc flash. And what we did was we're developing a small power distribution system. We used the TCC curves to show the protection of a transformer. So we showed the transformer damage curve, which we explained and talked a little bit about. We showed a motor starting curve. We showed the conductor damage curve. We talked about the relationship between the overcurrent protective devices time current characteristic curve and the protection, to show the protection of that equipment. We showed how the settings change the trip curves, and we know that every overcurrent protective device is going to have a little bit of a different trip curve and different functionality. So what I want to do today at 12 o'clock Eastern, that's the other thing I forgot, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern on the IAEI News, on the IAEI's YouTube site. We're going to stream to the IAEI YouTube site, we're going to stream to the IAEI's Facebook site, and we're going to stream to the IAEI's LinkedIn site, not mine. And I need everybody to get over, at least over to the YouTube site. We need more followers on YouTube. We got to get those subscriptions up. We got to make sure you click the bell. And we're going to review selective coordination. And what we'll also do is we're going to take this, we took a small power distribution system, we modeled it, in SKM. I use SKM. You use whatever is, you know, that you it's like Windows, and it's like you either want Microsoft or Apple, and a lot of the software applications you just pick, and it's familiarity. I grew up on SKM, so that's what I'm using. So in any case, we're going to take a look at selective coordination. We'll also take a look at what it does for incident energy or to incident energy, and maybe some design ideas and thought processes on how to address that. So that's going to be our discussion today at 12 o'clock Eastern on the IAEI's social media platform. You got to check it out. The YouTube address, Frank, you know what I'm going to do? It's youtube.com/user/IAEI International. Let me show you here. Let me show you something. All right, so what you'll notice, you can't see it. It's really small. It's youtube.com/user/IAEI International. I'm going to copy that, and what I have to do is I have to go out to my LinkedIn site, because you're coming in on LinkedIn, and whenever I'm going to I'll comment and put it in the, I'll put it on my video here. So let me, hopefully, there we go. All right, so here it is. Control V. I just put it in the LinkedIn, so you should be able to see it. And here's the cool thing, Frank. If you look down here, this is part 5, so you'll be able to, you can set a reminder, and what it'll do is it'll just let you know when we go live. But down here I have parts 1, the TCC, which was the very first one, and I had my overcurrent devices. I had my little trip units explain what does that, makes the changes, how we determine when an overcurrent device trips. And I went through part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and we are on part 5. And what I did was, instead of just looking at the TCC curve, I tried to help people understand the practical application on how we use the TCC curve as a design engineer in developing and laying out a power distribution system. So this TCC curve series digs into, and what I did was I just created a small one-line diagram. I have a motor there. I have a couple transformers. I have service entrance, and I have a primary fuse on the transformer. And I talk about the relationship. What's the primary overcurrent device's principal and role? What's the secondary main overcurrent protective device principal and role? And what they look like on a time current characteristic curve to show the protection of that transformer. We didn't dig deep into the transformer or the conductor damage or the motor starting curve. We didn't dig very deep into that, but those are going to be, I think, in the future for this channel, this IAEI channel right here. I think what we're going to try to do is explore the like the conductor damage curve, explore the transformer damage curve, and I know that a lot of that's right out of IEEE, and try to help people understand the you know, what are those curves, what do they tell you, how do you develop them, and that's just something I think that would be great material for the IAEI's YouTube site, and because I think the IAEI brings a lot of value not just to electrical inspectors or electrical contractors, but to design engineers as well, because a lot of this relates to the National Electrical Code. It relates to 70B, 70E, and that is what the IAEI is all about. So we're going to grow this brand right here. We're going to grow this channel on their on the internet. So for the IAEI, and we're going to do that through technical education. Excellent. So that's and you can, and everybody can go out there and check out everything else that's out there on the IAEI's YouTube channel, and remember to hit that bell because it's great. So today at 5 o'clock. So here's the other thing I'm doing on my channel. I'm going to, okay, at 5 o'clock, I'm going to start the 70B Bob process of looking at the first draft and trying to figure out the comments. And what I'm going to do is start to develop a 70B Word document to help us understand the requirements. Remember, 70B is moving from a practice to a standard. In that process of us reviewing and modifying 70B, we are taking it to a standard, making it a you shall document. So 70B. So today is going to be 70B Tuesday. At 5 o'clock, I'm going to go live. I'm going to bring up a Word document and I'm going to start editing and we're going to start working on 70B. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do for 70B exactly what I'm doing for the National Electrical Code. I'm going to start closed sessions for the subscribers of my for those who have subscribed to thomasdimitrovich.com and have asked to be gold members. I don't charge for that, but I want to control who is out there looking at my 70B stuff or 70 stuff. I'm going to take my Word document. I'm going to share it to a list of individuals who will have editing capabilities. And we're going to develop a 70B, as in Bob, resource that we can use to understand the requirements in that document. I'm probably going to take the same format. So you got to tune in at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern today when I go live, and we're going to talk about developing that document. And I'm going to take the same approach that I'm taking on the National Electrical Code with 70B. And again, these are going to be closed sessions. If you check out my YouTube site, you'll see I have a membership status now. I'm on the bleeding edge. I really am on the bleeding edge. I don't know what the heck I'm doing when it comes to 70 or when it comes to YouTube, 70B too. But in any case, we're going to learn it all together. But I'm exploring and learning about YouTube and all this social media stuff. And I'm on probably, I would argue, the bleeding edge. I did just figure out how to do a membership. What I want to do is I want to create some materials that explain it. People have asked me how do I help this channel and the stuff that I'm doing. Yeah, I get a lot of support from Eaton, but I want to try to help grow. I want to get some camera stuff. I want to get some other resources. So people have asked how to support it. And so I just said, hey, I'm going to try a membership status. And I'll take some of my work that I'm doing on 70 and 70B and others and make it available to members only and see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn it off. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But in any case, I've got that going on because I'm exploring and trying to learn because I want to do that for the IAEI and other organizations. I want to try to help people understand how can we leverage social media to help support our organizations, organizations like IAEI and others. So indulge me, and I'm playing around on my YouTube site. So you might see that come up and say members, and you can take a look at those. Also, if you're interested in helping develop the 70B document, let me know. Go out to thomasdimitrovich.com, and to get there, to do this, what you have to do, if you go to www.thomasdimitrovich.com and you got to go over to where it says resources, which is right behind me. Let me move me. Watch, see, I come down right above me. It says resources right there. if you click on resources, you'll see where I have a members only registration. If you register there, it will basically what happens is I collect a little bit more information. And yes, I want to know your birth date so that I can say happy birthday. But in any case, I put some info. I put some capture some information. I want to know who you are because I want to know who you are. I got to be careful on who I'm sharing things with. There are a lot of scammers out there, believe me. Gosh, it's amazing. But in any case, and I might let a few get through. You never know. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, which ain't much. So I have a gold. This establishes a gold membership, which is free on my website. And what I do is communicate with you. And what I'm doing on the National Electrical Code is I'm sharing a link to the Word document. I'm using Google Docs. And I've got a group of individuals who are contributing. And if they have photos, they're putting photos in. And we're creating a document where I put the list of people who are contributors. And if they supply photos, I'm saying a photo courtesy of whoever that was, giving that recognition. And we're debating on what we're going to do with this document once we're done. I'm not sure yet, but I do want to provide it as a resource. So if you're interested in that, or if you're interested in helping develop the 70B materials, please get out to this website, get over there to resources, get down over there to the register here, register. I'll include you on my dialogue, and we can develop resources together that I want to help the electrical industry, and maybe we share this with other organizations, all that good stuff. Does Celero say, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And I believe I saw some stuff from you as well. And I saw a comment from you, and maybe what I'll do, I'll try to read through your materials and do I believe that is you, and do a program on that one as well someday. And that's the, yep. Yes, and you were the stimulus. That's right, of the Google Docs. So it's working, and I think I'm going to do the same thing for the 70B materials, because I don't know if you've watched any of those videos. We've had 2 sessions so far, and I'll tell you, the last session especially, I learned something about the national some of the changes that are occurring in the National Electrical Code, especially out down there in Article 110. It was absolutely phenomenal. So in any case, I'm going to continue that with 70B. So stay tuned for that. Today, I'm going to do a live session just to focus on 70B. And we'll see how that works. So hopefully we can do some damage. So anyway, thank you, sir, again. All right. Diego, thank you, Diego. Okay, so Diego Redondo. Okay, so that's what's going on today. 12 o'clock Eastern. Get over there to the IAEI's YouTube site. Subscribe to that. Free. At 5 o'clock p.m. today, check out my site. We're going to talk 70B. It's free. And we are going to propel an effort to help us understand maintenance. So 70B is all on maintenance. So remember, 70B, all on maintenance. Okay, thanks everybody. That's all I had to say. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was going on today, and because it is Tech Tuesday. Thanks, and I will see you today at 12 o'clock. I got to get to work. Got a lot of stuff going on today, as I am sure you do as well. All right, everybody, thank you. Take care, stay safe, and please stay healthy. See you at 12.